A woman gave birth to a baby at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground this week. This does explain why her husband was wearing an "I gave her the Tri-Circle D" t-shirt. Let's see what we've got in the rejected Jollywood Nights offerings. Aboard Star Tours, they're adding a new destination, Bethlehem. This park today is the Great Surrey Bike Race.
Oh, the other way, other way. Oh no.
You're in.
Look off there in the distance. Oh, they almost hit a construction worker.
Go!
We can't steer, Eric!
What?
You almost ran right into those people!
They're ringing the bell.
Tom, guests can learn what it's like to train to be a what at the Advanced Training Lab at EPCOT.
Well, it's EPCOT. The only thing you train to be is an alcoholic. This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to make sure you never miss the latest from the Disney theme parks around the world. Here now the news for June 16th, 2023. And if you're wondering why there's Christmas stuff on my desk, here's why. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is returning to the Magic Kingdom, and the dates have just been announced alongside details about some new and returning experiences that'll be a part of the festivities. On 25 select nights, November 9th through December 22nd, this separately ticketed event will welcome guests to celebrate the most wonderful time of year at the Magic Kingdom. The return of festive favorites like Mickey's Most Merriest Celebration, Minnie's Wonderful Christmas Time Fireworks, and Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas Time Parade have been confirmed. Guests can also look forward to enjoying a select assortment of gentle and more thrilling attractions throughout the park, including Tron Light Cycle Run. Tron will utilize a virtual queue during this event, though, be advised. Also, we'll do that for the Halloween party. Tickets for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party are limited and can be purchased online beginning July 6th. Guests of select Walt Disney World Resort hotels, the Swan and Dolphin and Shades of Green can begin purchasing those tickets as early as June 29th on the Walt Disney World website. Ticket prices will range from $159 to $199 per person, and the party dates are as follows. It's November 9th, 10th, 13th, 14th, 16th, 17th, 19th, 21st, 22nd, 26th, 28th, and 30th. And in December, the dates are the 1st, 3rd, 5th, 7th, 8th, 10th, 12th, 14th, 15th, 17th, 19th, 21st, and 22nd. A brand new Frozen-inspired show called Frozen Holiday Surprise is coming to the Magic Kingdom. For the first time in forever, guests will be able to join Elsa, Anna, Olaf, Kristoff, and the Snow Geese in front of Cinderella Castle for Frozen Holiday Surprise, a brand new Frozen-inspired entertainment experience that will illuminate the castle in a whole new way, according to Disney. This delightful new offering can be seen during regular park hours and during Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party as well. Cinderella Castle, of course, was previously lit up with icicle-like lights called the Dream Lights from 2007 to 2019. In later years, Elsa activated the lights during a short show. Dream Lights is now not expected to return at any point. It's permanently retired as far as we've heard. The new lighting appears to be projections again. You may remember that during the 50th anniversary, throughout that event, they stated that they couldn't put up the Dream Lights because of the 50th anniversary decor on the castle, so instead they did the Beacon of Magic projection. There were some holiday projections on the castle. And even through that, I remember we definitely said on this show that we had heard Dream Lights was not set to return, and so it's no surprise here. And we talked about it. I very distinctly remember saying that the projections were testing really well with guests. You know, like certainly with us, those of us who have seen the Dream Lights, we obviously like that better than the projections. But, you know, so many guests are once in a lifetime or once every several years. And for those guests, I think, you know, the projections were novel and they liked them and it didn't matter. And so that's the easier thing, right? You don't have to take out a crane and put up a bunch of lights and go fix them when they burn out and stuff. The projectors are an easy thing, but I will throw this, and I know we have a long show today, but this is important to throw in. Good friend of ours, no longer with us, Disney legend Ron Logan, once when interviewing him, famously said in regards to projections in entertainment, that it's really just there to distract, and it's a cheap way out. to paraphrase him. And, sometimes I think they do enhance, right, and happily ever after and things like that. But in this case, you're replacing physical lights which gleam in a way that projections cannot, at least with current day technology. The lights were this wow moment, and projections we see projections on Cinderella Castle every day in every nighttime show and all these other in the stage shows at the parties, and we see projections on the Tower of Terror, and we see them on the Tree of Life, and it's so overdone that it kind of loses its luster, right? So my hope is eventually someday things will bounce back and people will be like, no, we like physical stuff, we like real lights. Could we have that again? And maybe they'll go back to it. The thing that really upsets me though is budgetarily, the dream lights, when they were introduced in 2007, the budget for the dream lights came from the budget for a holiday overlay at the Magic Kingdom. It was the money that used to be given to the Country Bear Jamboree to become the Christmas special every year. And so now the money that used to be spent on the Christmas special went to the dream lights, which I cannot argue, obviously was a thing that more people enjoyed and was a bigger deal to people. But now that money is not being spent nearly anywhere. So could we get one of them back? Could we get either the lights or the Country Bear Christmas show? One of those should come back. But let us know in the comments how you feel. Is the projection show okay? Or should the lights come back? I just don't think it's going to be this wow moment when Elsa uses her ice powers and the castle just does what it does all the time and has projections on it. I just don't think it's going to capture people's imagination the same way. The EPCOT International Festival of the Holidays will return this year, featuring the famous Candlelight Processional. The EPCOT International Festival of the Holidays will run from November 24th through December 30th. Other returning traditions include the storytellers, the musical acts and performers, and as well the holiday kitchens. More Candlelight Processional details will be released at a later date. Disney has officially announced the rumored hard ticket holiday event at Disney's Hollywood Studios, Disney Jollywood Nights. Disney Jollywood Nights is a specially ticketed event that will take place from 8:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. on select nights between November 11th and December 20th of 2023. Quote, "It's a holiday vibe like you've never felt before," said Disney. Sights of sparkling decor, sounds of modern beats over classic holiday songs, tastes of craft cocktails and decadent dishes. It's nostalgic and it's glitz and glam galore. Get ready to dress in your holiday glam best or festive flair, dance the night away to merry mashups, indulge in divine treats and bubbling spirits, and snap selfies with iconic characters during this festive event. Different entertainment areas in the park will be inspired by different genres. You'll be welcome to Disney Jollywood Nights with a DJ spinning a mix of holiday tunes. Meanwhile, Commissary Lane will come to life with a lively Latin street fair. Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy will host a live holiday special at the Theater of the Stars with some of their Disney friends. Guests at Jollywood Nights can also experience a special sing-along at the Hyperion Theater, and not just any sing-along, but one themed to Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. The special stage show will feature appearances by both Jack Skellington and Oogie Boogie and will take place exclusively during this event. Meanwhile, we now know even more than we originally did about the special soiree that is coming to the foot of the Hollywood Tower Hotel. Specifically, the event will replicate the feeling of the Tip Top Club from the ride's backstory. Custom food and craft cocktails will be served, and the goal is to make guests feel as if they're both in the modern day and as well the Twilight Zone at the same time. So that Hollywood, that Tower of Terror bar I talked about several years ago, it's finally going to come true. Encounter glitz and glamour galore at two limited capacity entertainment experiences. One of those is that Hollywood Tower Hotel offering, but there is also a jazz lounge at the Hollywood Brown Derby. Wrap up the night and enjoy the return of a festive favorite, the Jingle Bell Jingle Bam. This Santa-sized nighttime spectacular is jam-packed with music, fireworks, special effects, and dazzling state-of-the-art projections. And that will be a event exclusive now. That used to be a nightly thing at the park for all guests. It no longer will be. There will also be various photo opportunities. You could pose with friends for holiday-themed magic shots and 2 new Disney PhotoPass experiences throughout the night. And complimentary digital downloads of your Disney PhotoPass photos captured during the event are included with the price of your ticket. Meet Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, and the rest of the iconic gang in animation courtyard on a hot set with holiday props, and get into the spirit with your favorite throwback friends like Powerline Max, as well as Phineas and Ferb returning at Echo Lake, and then strike a pose with Edna Mode and chill with one of her super friends at Pixar Place. Attractions open during the event will include Slinky Dog Dash, Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith, the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, and Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, which, believe it or not, will use a virtual queue for the first time in quite a while. Special treats at Disney Jollywood Nights will include the Christmas tree cookie stack. A more hearty dish will be the spicy Korean chicken on a mini funnel cake. There will also be classic cocktails and holiday beverages available during the party. Disney Jollywood Nights is a limited capacity holiday event. Guests of select Walt Disney World Resort hotels, the Swan and Dolphin and Shades of Green, can book tickets starting June 29th. Tickets may be purchased by all guests starting July 6th on the Walt Disney World website. Ticket prices will range from $159 to $179 per person, and the party dates, there's only 10 of them, November 11th, 18th, 20th, 27th, and 29th, and December 4th, 6th, 16th, 18th, and 20th. Those are nights that do not have the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party on them. So keep that in mind. So this is going to sell out incredibly fast. Number one, the demand is going to be there because myself and every other Disney fan on earth read this lineup and was instantly like, this is everything I've asked for in a hard ticket event. This is great. I'm going to be there. And so these are, I think, inevitably all 10 will be sold out nearly instantaneously. That's my bet. We'll see if that's true or not. But also working against is the fact that these are not Very Merry Christmas Party nights. So people can book both. And I think plenty of people who are coming on vacation will. So keep that in mind. Several holiday offerings are returning to Walt Disney World this year as well. In Animal Kingdom, guests will be able to enjoy Merry Menagerie, featuring artisan-sculpted puppets of wintry animals, my personal favorite. The Twilight Zone Tower of Terror will be lit up with holiday projections once again this year for Sunset Season's greetings. Notice that wasn't mentioned in Jollywood Nights, so the assumption is that's not happening at that event, but will happen every other night. Meanwhile, Woody, Jesse, and Buzz will sport holiday accessories in Toy Story Land. The Disney Springs Christmas Tree Stroll is returning as well, complete with snowfall in Town Center. Santa Claus will be making appearances at all 4 Walt Disney World theme parks, Disney Springs, and a Disney water park where he'll be dressed in tropical holiday beachwear. Notice they didn't say that's at Blizzard Beach, but we assume Blizzard Beach is going to be back by then, but maybe he will be at Typhoon. We'll have to wait and see. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guests and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head on over to beourguestvacations.com/WDWNT, and their team will design your next magical vacation, from the Walt Disney World and Disneyland resorts to the Disney Cruise Line to Adventures by Disney and more. They're also able to book unforgettable VIP tours where you and your group can experience the ultimate park day. And the best part is their concierge services are 100% free, so book today. And you might want to book today if you want to get that early advantage to booking Jollywood Nights. You do need a Walt Disney World hotel stay to book early on June 29th. So it'd be great to book with them. They could also get the tickets for you. You don't have to fight the Walt Disney World website. They could do it for you. Character Breakfast has returned to the Garden Grill restaurant in EPCOT in the Land Pavilion, the rotating eatery. Naturally, we had to try it for ourselves. So we made our way over into World Nature, as it's now known, for this unique experience. You can watch a video review of our breakfast right here on the channel. You can read about it at WDWNT.com. A pair of cotton-top tamarins were born at Disney's Animal Kingdom on Sunday night and can now be seen on stage in their enclosure near Creature Comforts. Cotton-top tamarins are a type of monkey from South America. The 2 tamarins that are frequently seen in Animal Kingdom just had these babies, and we saw Dad carrying them around. They're very, very small. The parents are taking turns carrying the babies, though, and cast members have not been able to check the sex of the infants just yet. Cotton-top tamarins are classified as critically endangered according to the IUCN Red List. This is only one step below being extinct in the wild. There are only approximately 2,000 mature individuals left. Disney Animal Kingdom cast members have been trying to find 2 tamarins who liked each other enough to have babies and finally have succeeded. Of course, Walt Disney World, especially post-COVID, has had several successful animal births. Most recently, Walter, the Red River Hog at Animal Kingdom Lodge, and Penny, the yellow-backed diker calf. But God, since I feel like since COVID, all this park has done is pump out babies. I don't know if it's because of the show or because of the program they're in or whatever the case may be, but it definitely feels like a more concerted effort to have the animals procreate in the last 2 to 3 years. It's been way more than it used to be. The Disney Voice Assistant feature utilizing Alexa technology from Amazon has now been released for most Amazon Echo devices in the United States. The voice assistant developed between Amazon and Disney was first announced in September of 2021 as a feature that would be exclusively available to Walt Disney World Resort hotel guests in its initial testing phase. It has been testing at various resorts for quite a while. You can ask Hey Disney things like, what time is the park open? Where can I get Italian food? When's the next bus to EPCOT leaving my resort? You can even do some functional things like order more blankets or towels to your room. Users who wish to add the voice assistant device to their device will need an annual subscription to the Alexa Skills Store, which costs $5.99 a year, or may alternatively access it through a subscription to Amazon Kids Plus, which is either $4.99 per month or $48 for the entire year. TechCrunch offered some extra details on the various functions built into the technology and emphasized the interactivity the experience could provide. Hey Disney will not be available on Fire tablets, Fire TVs, first-generation Echo devices, and certain other Amazon products, but again, now at home, you can access it as well. Christine McCarthy will be stepping down as the Walt Disney Company's chief financial officer and taking a family medical leave of absence. Effective July 1st, Kevin Lansbury, the EVP and CFO of Disney Parks, Experiences, and Products, will serve as the interim CFO, quote, while a thorough search of internal and external candidates is conducted for a permanent replacement. McCarthy will stay on as a strategic advisor after stepping down as CFO on June 30th. Quote, Christine McCarthy is one of the most admired financial executives in America, and her impact on the Walt Disney Company during 23 years of dedicated service cannot be overstated, said Bob Iger. She is stepping down from her CFO role as she takes family medical leave, but has graciously offered to move into an advisory position to assist her successor in assuming the duties she has expertly handled these many years. I am immensely grateful for the opportunity Bob provided me to serve as CFO of this iconic company, and am proud of the work my talented team has done to position Disney to capitalize on the business possibilities that lie ahead, said McCarthy. Although I am leaving the CFO role, I look forward to helping with the transition and will always be rooting for the success of my extended Disney family, who have shown time and time again that determination, teamwork, and the pursuit of excellence are an unstoppable combination. McCarthy has been with the Walt Disney Company since 2000. In 2015, she was appointed to the CFO position. Her contract was previously set to expire in December of 2022, but was renewed through 2024. In her role, she supervises Disney's global finance organization, which includes such responsibilities as corporate alliances and partnerships, corporate strategy and business development, investor relations, risk management, and global product and labor standards. Now, Christine has obviously said some controversial things at various events that maybe we were not supposed to listen in on as consumers and not necessarily shareholders. There was the waistline thing. There was some people have more money than they do time or free time. But in the end, Christine clearly cared about the company. She is who we have to thank in the end for getting Bob Chapek out of the role of CEO when we did. And I mean, look, the company's still trying to financially recover from the Chapek years at this point. Thankfully she did it when she did. So look, as someone who admires the creative side of the Walt Disney Company, CFOs are not often my favorite people or the people I admire most, but it's without doubt, in the 23 years she was with the company, she played an important role in its success. And so I'm sure she will be missed. For the absolute latest on these stories and all that didn't make it into today's show, be sure to check WDWNT.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. There is some good stuff that didn't make today's show, like there's plush of Stitch with a bra on his head. That's a real thing in Japan, and we posted about it. Go read about it on the website. You can support the entire team behind the show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. Special shout out to all of our WIGS members watching who make this show happen every week. Speaking of events, registration is now open for our unscrupulous 16th birthday event. You can book at events.wdwnt.com. It includes the 250th episode of News Tonight. There's some group dinners with us, some very special offerings, including Tom Unplugged, where I tell lots of stories that I cannot tell when the cameras are rolling. Should be a good time. Join us in person if you can. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying, enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
From WDWNT TV, this is Park Center. Join us each week for news and discussion topics from the Disney and Universal theme parks around the world. We cover the stories in a quick, concise, and fun format, and then our panel breaks down and debates some of the biggest issues and what they mean for us, the parks fans. From the latest announcements to openings and delays to scandals and snacks and merchandise and more, we'll cover it all in 90 minutes. Join us live every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern on YouTube at WDWNT TV, or watch episodes on demand anytime. You can also subscribe to the audio version of the show on your favorite podcast app.